I haven't even started streaming yet, and this bot is already talking shit. Gosh. Hi, everybody. How is everyone? It's been a while since I've done one of these. The last one was 27 days ago. And I'm sure you will all be excited to know that there's a video coming out tomorrow. I don't know that excited is the word, right? I don't even know that excited is the right word. Who's excited for the... Oh, goddamn, this bot. Hold on. I'll have to figure that out in a second. Custom... timers... Oh, I see. I see why it's happening. Got it. I see. And... fixed. Done. There we go. Finally made a live stream. Do you link the scientific paper? Oh, well, first off, welcome to the live stream. Nice to have you here. Was just about to say we can't see you, then I realized this is Twitch. True that. Do you link the scientific papers you get the info from in your videos? No, it's not like specific scientific studies. I mean, that's not true. Some of them are. Rather from years and years of schooling. So, if I had more time, I could. Perhaps in future videos I will. And there has been a couple videos where I've linked them in the description. But by and large, the content is not... It doesn't really require scientific papers. You know, I don't need to necessarily go out of the way to prove that going to the gym is healthy for you. Do you know what I mean? Or that, like, talking to a counselor or doing some journaling. Like, those things are... They don't require proof. Try them. But I do understand that, you know, in a time of uncertainty, we want some... We just want us to tell... We want somebody, that is, to tell us that things are going to be okay. And that can be difficult, for sure. I think one of the best and healthiest things that we can do for ourselves is... I mean, really step out of our comfort zone. Because think about what a breakup ultimately does to us, right? It paralyzes us in many ways. And so, one of the best and healthiest things that we can do is... break out of the comfort zone that kind of keeps us stationed, keeps us afraid. Nobody enjoys being afraid. Nobody enjoys feeling like one person is the only source of happiness in their entire life. It just doesn't work. Ron, what's going on, dude? Alrighty. Let's get to some questions. It's been a while, and I'm rusty. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm usually on Twitch. So on Twitch, it's a very different streaming style. Alright, we are going to get to some questions. For those of you that have never been here, this room will very quickly fill up with people. We are already at 50, and what have I been streaming for? 8 minutes, not even. So, you guys can post your questions, and I will answer questions if I think that they are relevant and will help many people. The more specific to your situation your question is, the less likely I am to answer it, because it'll only really help you and not everybody. So, that's not to say that I don't want to help you specifically. It's just to say that I'm trying to be mindful of the, you know, what will soon be hundreds of people in this room. So, let's get to some questions. X requested me on Snapchat after months. Don't know if I want her back. Should I add her back? What I would say is that you should add her back if you are okay living in that mystery, because you might not actually get an answer. So think of it along those terms. Should I reach out? You should not reach out, no. Hey Rory, it's Chris from the UK. Chris, what's up, brother? We spoke a few weeks back. I just want to let anyone know who's considering a Skype session do it. Rory is his usual self and can offer great tailor-made advice. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I'm glad it helped. How have you been? How's life? Salam from Turkmenistan. Rory, thanks a million. You've done a hell of a lot to improve us. Keep up the good work. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, Rory, how do you know that an ex... Oh, gosh, where were we? How do you know an ex... How do you show, sorry, an ex that the relationship is worth coming back to? You don't. You don't. You do nothing. You do nothing to make them feel differently, right? The best thing that you can do is work on you. Now, so many of you guys, I know. Everybody in the audience is like, oh, give me a break with this shit, man. What can I do to make them feel differently? That's what I want to know. Tell me how to do that. But I am telling you that. So, think about it this way. Think about a friend group, okay? And you all have a friend group, and there's that one guy or girl or person, whatever, gender doesn't even matter. That one person that is trying way, way, way too hard to be liked. And because they're trying too hard to be liked, they're kind of a lot to be around. Think about that. Think about that. How do you react when someone's trying too hard? It gets annoying. So that same mentality can be applied in relationships and breakups. So if you're trying too hard to win an ex back, they're going to look at you and feel like, this is not attracting me. What does attracting mean? Attracting does not specifically mean physical, right? Attracting means pulling forward towards us. So if you're acting unattractive, which again does not, people make it this way all the time. I don't really understand. Acting unattractive does not specifically mean you look ugly or undesirable in some way physically, but that's always where we take it. It means you are acting in a way that makes me not want to be around you. Right? So begging for someone's attention and affection, etc., is not attractive. It's repelling. It's the opposite. Just something to think about. A&L says, my ex broke up with me March 2020. I've been going to therapy, working on my fearful avoidant attachment style. Good for you. I don't know if I'm ready to date yet, though. Any tips you can give for guys like me? Yeah, man, just dip your toe in the water and see what happens. Right? Dip your toe in the water and see what happens. And you will very quickly realize if you're ready or not. You don't need to completely 100 million% be ready. It just shouldn't be horrifically uncomfortable. Think of it that way. You don't have to be completely ready. Christine! Hello, Rory. Thank you for advice in our session last year. Now I'm dating someone new and I'm so much happier. You're a rock star. No, you! Hello, Lexi. Hello, Andrew. I can't see the tattoos. Yeah, the camera's off. That's why you can't. This isn't Twitch. Can't see me. I'm a ghost. I'm like John Cena. Travis says, hey, Rory. My friend and my ex-girlfriend recently saw each other in public. My friend said she saw the look of regret all over her face. Is this a good sign? So I don't want you to take it either direction, because that's mind reading. I don't want you to decide how you should feel based on your friends say so, and your friend's idea of how your ex might have been feeling. Is it a good sign? Maybe. You know it's a better sign? Your ex reaching out to you directly. That's a good sign. You have to stay mysterious, low-key. That's attractive. Amen. Hey, Rory, are you single? I am not. She broke up because the grass is greener, personal issues, and because the situation was a bit stagnant because of COVID pandemic. Yeah, COVID did a number. COVID did a number on the, COVID definitely did a number on relationships. But remember, the objective here is to be attractive. The purpose of attracting. We're not doing that for our ex. Because if you are changing your behavior for someone else, that's not attractive, right? And we're obviously speaking within this context, right? Of course, you need to change your behavior at work. You know, you're not going to react and be how you are at home. You're not going to take that same attitude into work. It's one of the same reasons, like when you're a kid in school, they make you take your hat off. They make you take your jacket off. Right? Because it changes the behavior. It's not outside behavior anymore. What if you aren't ready to talk to your ex if she contacts you? You can just tell her that. Not really ignoring her, just not fully over the attachment. I still want her back, I just don't want the mental attachment that I have. Literally tell her that. Am I blocked, Crazy Horse? You know better. You know effing better. No, you're not blocked. You skipped my question. Yeah, man, there's... Are you currently aware of how many people are in this room? That... Comments like you skipped my question are basically guarantees that I will skip your question in the future. I'm kidding. I will admit though, guys, I'm super crabby today. My stomach did a number on me. I may or may not have given myself food poisoning. So... My bad. If I bitch you out, my bad. Let's see. And Crazy Horse Man, just pose your question again. 1 year after my breakup, just came here to say thank you, Rory. I've watched for months on end. I'm very, 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 very glad that you're doing better, and you're very welcome. Answer my question. Nah, brother. Now I'm not going to answer your question. You keep skipping my question, Kappa. Guys, you guys aren't new to this. Just repost your questions. Over 100 people in here now. She said she lost feelings, but keeps sending mixed signals. What should I do? Again, it's those boundaries, right? It's those boundaries. You need to be able to focus on those things that make somebody look at you and go, that's attractive, right? Because you're able to look at yourself and go, that's attractive. Imagine getting out of bed and liking who you were. Imagine how your behavior might change. I didn't ask a question. Why didn't you answer it? Dude, I love your voice. Please make videos on other topics too. Actually, I have a Twitch channel for those of you who like other topics. And the other topics will also be, I mean, on Twitch, you know, we chat and we do drawing, we play video games, stuff like that. But the Twitch channel is linked to a second YouTube channel of mine. It is not the Love Chat. It is not TLC Wellness. Anything labeled TLC is part of the Love Chat. This one has nothing to do with the Love Chat. I just happen to be the same person. So, there you go. So, face reveal is on Twitch. Do not go to Twitch if you do not want to know what I look like. Do not listen to me. Click the Twitch link if you don't want to know what I look like. But if you do happen to click, oh my god, I can't speak today. If you do happen to click, why do I keep saying quick? Click on the Twitch link. Don't forget to hit like. Wait, you can't do that on Twitch. Don't forget to hit follow. Okay. Let's get to some more questions. And folks, just a reminder, if I didn't get to your question, it is very likely that I missed it. So do me a whole solid and just type it again. Is it normal to keep missing them after 1 year? Yeah, absolutely. You're normal. You guys are so normal. You're going through normal things. The person mattered to you. Missing them after a year is just an example. It just shows that you are healthy and can attach to someone. That means that they mattered to you. Hey, Rory, I had some advice from you last year, and it really did help me out. Please, boys and girls, listen to this guy. He's the man. No, you're the man, damn it. Coming in my chat complimenting me. Got your mind? Coconut Kid. Hey, Rory, hope all's well. All is very well, thank you. Besides my stomach hurting like many curse words. Any tips for minimizing intrusive thoughts? Been a year no contact, and I still think of her often. Yeah, so let's put it this way. Intrusive thoughts, particularly after a year, and this is under the assumption that you are exercising regularly, that you are working with a counselor regularly, that you are journaling, and you are involving yourself in new situations with new people, reconnecting with old friends and family, things like that. So if that is to be understood, that you're doing all of those things and you're still having intrusive thoughts, perhaps it's time to begin dating. because it may not be specifically about the person, rather the situation they brought to you. In this case, romance, sex, dates, etc. So push yourself into the next step in your particular case when it's been a year and you've already been doing all those other things. Push yourself into the next step. You don't need to necessarily feel completely ready. What's the link to Twitch? It's twitch.tv/hi Rory. So like you're saying hi to me. Hi, Rory. Do not go there if you do not want to know what I look like. I think that was a fair compromise. Like, we'll keep YouTube just this and we'll keep Twitch just that. My ex randomly unfollowed me a few weeks into no contact, then her friends requested to follow me. Why? Probably to spy on you, but I can't say that for completely sure. And remember, we don't want to get into mind reading, right? We don't want to get into mind reading. We want to say, you know, I'm not quite sure why, but that situation does or does not work for me. And we need to have those strong boundaries. The Woman's Sphere podcast. Don't know how I ended up here, but I'm enjoying it. Well, I'm very glad. Welcome. Nice to have you here. Mental Health Gym. Hi, Rory. Verbally abusive ex messaged me asking how I am. Supposedly because restrictions here are lifting and our paths might cross. Initial thought was to only say everything is fine. If you don't want to involve your... I love your username, by the way. If you don't want to involve yourself in... with that person again, yeah, that's fine. Everything's fine. Hope you're doing well. Period. And you don't need to answer beyond that if you don't want to talk to them. That was a really loud knuckle crack. You guys hear that? The dating dude says, my ex is in a relationship but still reaches out to me. She said she loves me, but she doesn't want to meet. What should I do? Put your foot down, man. Boundaries. Savory temptress, get the hell out of here. I'm so triggered. Mental Health Gym, I like. That's a really good fucking username. Kind of jealous I didn't steal that. I didn't think of that first. Crazy Horse says, I have regrets of blaming everything for the breakup on myself. That's what I did when talking to her, to mutual friends, on the day it occurred. I hate that I did that. What's the best way to overcome that? Decide to, man. Decide to. So much of this is a decision, right? Positive thinking is a decision. So much of what we do to ourselves is a decision. I'm coming in low? No, I'm showing pretty good on my end. Help me out, chat. How's the audio? I feel like I'm coming in pretty loud. By the way, hi Lisa, how are you? Ex came back, but now is distant. What to do? I mean, you could just straight up ask what's going on. Is everything okay? And then back away. I mean, not manipulatively speaking, but like, you can say, hey, you know, I'm noticing that this behavior is happening, and I would love to talk about it as adults and figure it out together, right? Just a no bullshit, healthy response. Mikey, how you doing? Will no contact help my ex move on? No contact specifically? No, will not help your ex move on. Time, space, healthy living, that will help your ex move on, just like it will help you move on. But no contact specifically? No. It will allow your ex to actually miss you. But remember, we don't do no contact for the ex. No contact is to win yourself back, not your ex back. This is about you living a healthy life for you, not about you manipulating the other person so they come back to you. I'm not saying that's what you were suggesting, I'm just reiterating. What advice would you give to a 20-year-old female? How about I edit that and just say, what advice would I give to a 20-year-old person? And that would be, hold on to your friends, because by the time you're 30, you won't have as many. Unless you were asking about romance specifically. If you're asking about romance specifically, It's that if... What advice would I give to a 20-year-old? I mean, it really depends. It's such a broad question. There's so many pieces of advice I would give. But if it's specifically about romance, I would say if you are uncomfortable, say something. If after saying something, nothing changes, and you've given fair warning, leave. Do you think everyone should experience a breakup? Yes. Oh, good question. Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely. Breakups are life-changing for the better if you let them. Yes. How do you personally define love? Oh, that's a hard question. How do I personally define love? If I may quote the prophet Rick Sanchez, love is a hormone that compels mammals to breed. The rest is choice. Love is choosing to be with someone, and love is choosing to be with someone even on days where you don't want to, right? Lust is that the rush of hormones, the butterflies, the I want to rip this person's clothes off, and that the one that goes away after a year. Love is, that's a really hard question to answer. Because it's not just one answer, right? It's a bunch of little answers. Love is something you do, not something you say. As corny as that sounds. Guys, just a reminder, try and make your questions, if you can, try and make your questions just one comment instead of broken up. I broke no contact and called my ex. They said they couldn't stop thinking about me and wanting to see me. When we saw each other, they said they were still confused. What to do? Don't call your ex. Let them come to you. You broke no contact. They saw you, and then they were like, yeah, I'm still confused. I don't know. You're doing all the work for me. I don't actually have to change. No, and that's, guys, that's part of why we say what we say. Is... if they have to change nothing, but they still get everything, why should they change? If I do a bad thing and good things happen, why should I change my behavior? Behavior and it's all just negotiating, right? You do a bad thing happens to you. Cool, makes sense. I won't do that bad thing now. Consequence, right? But if we show them no consequence, why should their behavior change? I can act however the hell I want to act and a good thing happens? Well, okay, well, good deal to me. You mean I can give you no commitment, no attention, no affection, and you still come to me and give me everything? And sex and all that? Well, then why the hell should I change? It's simple consequence, and we've been learning it since we were children. If you go against what mom or dad or your guardian or whatever says, a consequence is delivered. And consequence, you know, usually the word has a negative connotation. It not exclusively, but usually. So, if I do a bad thing and good things happen... Celia, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate you. I forgot I had that rigged up here. It's really funny. Well, now I can officially say I've had Obi-Wan Kenobi on the love chat. God, do we love Star Wars. And for some of you, your comment is not going through if you're not seeing your comment, because I have certain words, usually numbers, blocked. So instead of using the numeral, just type out the word. And that's because I have a lot of like spammers and things like that, trying to spellcasters and shit like that try and sell people stuff. And I try to cut down on that because I've had some viewers fall for that stuff, and I think it's despicable. People taking advantage of others who are going through heartbreak. I think it's fucking despicable. So I've added a lot of and as you'll notice, these like spellcasters or contact them on WhatsApp people are greatly diminished because I did that. The fallout is that, yeah, sometimes people's comments don't get through on live streams. YouTube has got some work to do. Join us on Twitch. Let's see. Luku Tiz says, broke up because she lost feelings and she told me she isn't sure about her feelings. Okay. But keeps stalking and giving hot and cold behavior. Is distancing myself the right choice? Yeah. Yeah, back away and just say, look, I don't want this in and out. You're here or you're not. You are here or go away. Say it nicely. Don't be a dick about it, but that is what you should say. You and dating guy have different views on monkey branching. He says never get back with them if they monkey branch. You say that's a symptom of a breakup. Can you elaborate? I think my ex lined up someone else. Yeah, so it's an opinion, right? There's no right answer. There's no right answer. If dating guy says he personally won't get back with someone who monkey branched, that's his opinion, and he's completely entitled to it. A monkey branch is a symptom of a breakup. I can't think of the last time I ever randomly lined someone else up, randomly wanted to break up with somebody. You know what I mean? I took a completely fine, completely functioning relationship and just left for someone else. I've done, at this point, tens of thousands of coachings. I have heard that story exactly 0 times. It doesn't happen. We don't throw away a perfectly functioning relationship where we are happy and fulfilled for the possibility of that other relationship. Might we find people attractive? Might we drink too much and have a one-night stand and oh my god, I didn't mean to do that? That's just what it comes down to, you know? It's in the history of happening. Could it have happened? Yeah. Shout to everyone listening. You got this. Keep going. Robbie, thank you for the shout out, brother. And Robbie's right. You all do have this, and you all should keep going. Absolutely right. If I do a Skype session, is it 100% confidential? It is 100% confidential, and honestly, who would I tell, even if it wasn't? But yes, to answer your question completely clearly, it is 100% confidential. Serge, thank you for the donation, man. We're sending all that money, medical aid to Palestine. Appreciate you. My ex is in a Rebound long-distance relationship with a guy from Portugal. We live in Cali. He catfished her from the start. They plan to get married. Oh, well. Then their relationship is based on a lie and manipulation. And I don't want to speak to what I cannot prove, but I highly doubt that relationship will be successful. Orpheus here, Rory. I feel like I won't be able to find someone with a level of compatibility that I shared with my ex. Should I settle? I'm just feeling sad. So you're feeling that way, and you're having that thought while feeling sad. Do you know what I mean? I highly doubt you'll feel that way 6 months from now, 1 year from now. Do you know what I mean? So I would just, look, it's okay to feel that way. Such an important part of the human experience is how we feel, right? Now, I'm not a therapist, so I can't speak to how people feel. I can only speak to what people do. I'm a life coach, right? Life coaching is primarily about getting your life in order and helping your actions rather than your feelings. A counselor, a therapist, their job is feelings, and that's why I stay in my lane. But I just want to reinforce that how you feel is normal. We accounted for that feeling, right? Like, this was it. This was the only person that's meant for you, the only person you're compatible with. What I would just ask you to consider is it possible in the over 8 billion people on Earth, there's at least one other person that could make you feel that way, if not better? And when you think of the number 8 billion, it's like laughable that you found the only one who could make you feel that way, and you found them down the street. You know what I mean? It's the same idea with space. Like, there's an endless amount of stars and planets. It's laughable to think we're the only species anywhere. Laughable. I shouldn't say species. The only planet capable of supporting life that has life. Is it okay to flirt with your best friend's partner? No. I mean, a little harmless flirting and your best friend's like in on it and laughing, that's fine. Noreen says, Rory, I'm a big fan. Much love. Much love, Noreen. Good to have you here. Welcome, damn it. Allison says, I told them not to reach out during the breakup. Should I be the one to reach out even if they broke up with me? No. I mean, you told them not to ever reach out to you ever again? Because then a case could be made to be like, you can text them and say, hey, how are you? But if you mean you told them, don't reach out unless you want a romantic relationship, no, that's fine. Then you did your job perfectly. Hi, Rory. Why do exes tend to get nasty, insist for breakups, and to continue to be friends? Because they want everything they want and nothing you want at the time of a breakup. They're being nasty to you because they're trying to push you away and show you, I don't want a romantic relationship at this moment. I am giving you behavior that is meant to repel you and to give you no hope at all. But I want to continue being your friend so I don't feel like I've lost anything. Know what I mean? Give me everything and I lose nothing. It's that. I haven't heard from my ex in over a month. The last signs of her was when she viewed my Instagram story and unliked my picture. Is this it? This is the longest I haven't heard from her. I realize that at this moment it feels like forever, but you have to remember that a breakup slows down your sense of time. A month is not very long. I'm not looking to give you hope, but I'm just, you're giving yourself too much doom. So asking questions like, is this it? There's no answer. Nobody can give you an answer. But what I would say is a month is not very long in the scope of a breakup. It's not very long at all. Ram says, my ex and I talked yesterday. She was really insisting we be friends and that she moved on and I should do the same. Then apologized this morning for being so blunt. 2 months post-breakup. Thoughts? Do not be your ex's friend. I mean, look, months to years later, if you don't have a romantic bone left in your body for them, can you be their friend? Sure. That's fine. But I wouldn't do it. Rory, I want to thank you for helping me be a better person in general. Thank you. Sending positivity your way. Take care. You are very, very welcome, Letitia. Send some Tums too, man, because I messed up my stomach. Ugh. I haven't even had... My stomach is so bad today, I haven't even had coffee yet. How can a loss of trust affect a relationship? I mean, a loss of trust can obliterate a relationship. Yeah, a loss of trust, it takes a very long time to get back, but it takes minutes to lose. Just a reminder, guys, try and keep your questions to one comment, because now we have, what, over 150 people here. Also, hi, everybody. How is everybody doing? How are you all? No coffee? I know. I can't. My stomach is way out of whack. Way, way, way out of whack. How can you rebuild trust with your ex? Accountability, right? Own whatever it is that you did. If you actually did something, own it. Right? Don't accept random blame. Actually own, okay, no, this is fair. I did something wrong. Like, if you cheated, don't justify why you cheated, even if there is a justification. Right? Even if there is a justification. Own it. Hey, this thing happened. I am sorry that I did this thing. Here is the reason, the explanation I did this thing. Here is how I'm showing accountability and changing this thing regardless of if you come back or not. Because it's not about you, it's about me showing accountability because I did something wrong. That's sexy. Showing accountability is fucking, it's sexy. Gets me going. What are your favorite books? I mean, regarding breakups and stuff, I think Attached is a fantastic book. I think The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck is a fantastic book. But if you're talking like just anything, I read, someone I know recommended a really good book. I'm a huge mythology fan, and I read recently Circe, and I thought that was a fantastic book. Big mythology fan. Rory, how can you keep yourself accountable when reaching your goals? Yeah, that's a good question. Well, it depends on the goal, and it depends on the purpose, on the person as well. Keeping yourself accountable for long-term goals. I don't know. I do something a bit different than I think most people do, which is I remind myself what it's like to not keep those goals. Do you know what I mean? For example, I used to weigh, at this moment, I weigh, I don't know, 180 pounds, maybe 183, 184, I haven't checked. But I used to weigh, 265, I think? 265 to 267. It was a long time ago now. And so you might say, okay, well, how do you keep yourself going to the gym now? How do you keep yourself eating healthy now? And for me, I remind myself what it was like to not do those things. Like, what's the alternative? That seems to work for me. But it really depends on the long-term goals, and I think breaking them down into bite-sized pieces and sort of negotiating with yourself, you know? Have an honest conversation with yourself. What will I stick with? What will I not stick with? So, I think that's a big part of it. Negotiate with yourself. If I won't do it, don't set a goal that you won't do. Maybe I won't when I was far heavier and far less athletically, kind of in the zone. Maybe I wouldn't have gone and done an hour on the treadmill and then 20 minutes of lifting. I probably wouldn't have done that. But maybe I would do 10 minutes on a treadmill and then leave. Okay. Well, maybe I will drive to the gym. And not even go in. At first, I wouldn't even go in. I would just drive to the gym. I made that promise to myself. You don't even have to go in. And usually, because I drove to the gym, I was like, well, I'm already here. I might as well go inside. Right? So it's just negotiating with yourself. What goal will you do that is ever so slightly above your current ability that you'll still do? If you set the bar too high, it's not going to happen. That's the key in my mind. Now, thank you for the donation. Why is it not showing up? What the hell? Oh, there it is. Okay. No contact for 412 days. I haven't even read your whole comment yet, and right off the bat, I can tell you, keeping track of what day of no contact it is one of the problems you're facing. Reading the rest of the question, I still feel low value at times despite doing the things you've mentioned, like therapy, journaling. What tips do you have? My friend... Let me gather my words here. I want you to decide to move forward, because it sounds like you have not decided to. It sounds like you're still watching these. This is a guess, okay? I'm assuming, so I apologize if I'm incorrect. Intuitively, I'm thinking you're probably still watching a lot of these videos. Not just mine, like Dating Guy and Craig Kenneth and whoever else. You're still tracking how many days of no contact. I'm assuming you're not dating. I think if you want to move forward, you have to decide to, and you haven't decided to yet. Sometimes we want to hold on to this chapter, right? The end of the book. We want to stay here because we're not satisfied with the ending, even though the ending could be amazing. And we get to make it amazing. We get to decide what happens next. Truly. People don't think that when they're so deep in a breakup and all they can think of is their sadness and what's not going right. So we just sit and we stay and we don't change. We don't try and be different or get better, because in our mind, this version of us, this new version that's broken up with, this version wasn't supposed to exist. But we cling to that. This version of me wasn't supposed to exist. I was supposed to be that other guy, or that other girl, or that other person, whatever. And so we just hold on, hoping things will be undone, but it's not undone. And what it does along the way is it really harms who we could be. And that's what keeps me going every day, is imagine who the hell you could be if you wanted to be that person. And then people will say, oh, but Rory, that's hard. But Rory, what about my emotions? But Rory, what about how I feel about doing those things? Everything you're saying is, it's easy to say, but hard to do. Yes! Who the fuck ever said that life was always supposed to be comfortable? And yeah, it's hard. Yeah, you're right. It's hard. What's your other option? That's it. And people want to throw their emotions every which way except at the problem. I should let me clarify what I just said, because that's going to get me in trouble. We have a choice to continue doing the things that are hurting us, or trying something different. That's it. Try something different. That's it. Evie's mommy says, I got my ex back, and now we've been together longer than last time. Congratulations. Oh, it's like a nice story. Rory, I remember you giving the same example in 2019. Time flies. Oh, the gym example? Yeah, I've definitely mentioned that before. Good to have you with us. Should I be ignoring my ex at school when I'm back in school in August? I don't think you need to ignore them, but I don't think you need to go out of your way to, like, roll out the red carpet either. You can just give them a nod and, hey, how are you? Good to have you here. That's it. My ex-girlfriend still uses my Netflix. Does that have anything to do with no contact? I mean, I wouldn't let her... I don't think it's appropriate that she's still using your Netflix. That's an example of, like, her breaking up with you and still gaining benefit from you. Do you know what I mean? Again, the point isn't to be mean. It's not about being mean or vindictive. It's about being appropriate. It is not appropriate that she's still using your stuff that you pay because you're still paying for her. And some people would shrug and just be like, dude, it's just a Netflix account. Like, whatever. It's a decision you need to make for yourself. Thanks for the advice, Rory. You're right about everything you said about me. Yeah, man. I've been there. If I have any wisdom to give, it's because I've been there. Should I unblock my ex, and is this considered breaking no contact? You can leave him blocked. Right? What the answer to that question is, which is better for your mental health? Which is better for your mental health? Sciatic says, do you think past trauma can also sabotage a future relationship if left untreated? Absolutely yes. Which is why counseling, mental health, all that is so important. And for those of you, I realize that that's something privileged, and I don't mean to... I don't mean to suggest that everybody... like, counseling's just so easy to get. But at the very least, you know, talk to some friends about it. Do some journaling. Really pay as much attention to your mental health as you can. Because I realize not everybody can get mental health counseling. For those of you who would like mental health counseling, I do partner with BetterHelp, and they do offer counseling with licensed counselors, both in and out of the United States. So betterhelp.com/Rory. I am sponsored by them. I do receive a commission if you sign up. The only reason I am working with them was because of the COVID-19 pandemic. That's pretty much it. I don't care where you get counseling as long as you get it and it's good and you feel like you are being heard and validated, etc. So, oh, a question for chat. Question, guys. I'm going to ask you guys something. If I, and I'm being completely serious when I say this, so I'm looking for serious answers. If I made my own coffee, I'm being completely serious. If I made my own coffee brand, who would actually be interested in it? Worldwide. Because that's, and that doesn't have really anything to do with the love chat. That's just me trying something fun as a human. It sounds interesting. And I would I would roast a couple of bags myself. Like, I would do a lot of the roasting. So there would be bags that I both bought the beans, picked the beans, roasted them, ground them up. But then I would also hire a company to help, obviously, with production. I'm a big coffee guy. I buy Shroud coffee. Yeah, I know Shroud. I've actually met Shroud a couple times. I know, there he goes, name dropping. Would you roast them like you roasted Brad Browning? Like Emma Chamberlain? I don't know who that is. Is that a YouTuber? X-free coffee branding would be fun. Cool. All right, so we got some yeses. I'll take it. The love bean? Yeah. The love chat bean. No, we have a name picked out, but I'm going to keep it secret. I may have already bought a lot of beans for roasting. She has her own coffee brand. I'll have to check her out. Thanks, Letitia. Appreciate it. I'm from Romania. I'm going to buy. Yeah, hell yeah. Worldwide. Hey, buddy. My ex is in a rebound, talks to me daily, but doesn't want to date or meet up. What's your view on this? What should I do? I would pull away. I wouldn't allow your ex to be able to message you and talk to you like that if she's still dating someone else. You can say, hey, if you want to go on a date, give me a call, but I'm not interested in talking to you while you are dating someone else. It doesn't work for me. It's disrespectful, both to me and the person you're dating. That's it. Just tell her that. You would know the name if you followed Rory on Twitch, just saying. Yeah, if you guys have a Twitch account and you want to follow me on Twitch, go for it. It's twitch.tv/hiRory. We don't really... We sometimes talk about breakup stuff. So we do live streams on Twitch like this, and there's less people, so you get more advice. But a lot of the time, we also just like play games and do drawing and shit. Hey, Rory, any advice for us older single people? I'm 36 and divorced. Meeting people seems nearly impossible compared to the 20s. It's definitely harder in the 30s. Yeah, I feel you there. It's about deciding to meet people outside of your comfort zone, right? Because usually we want to stay in our comfort zone and I mean, be comfortable. What's the other way to put it? But the best thing you can do is put yourself in situations you wouldn't normally be. That would be, maybe sign up for a meetup, right? Go meet some people in a place you're unfamiliar with alone. Try something new, obviously safely, right? So when I say meet up with people, like join a hiking group or try rock climbing. I mention that a lot because that's extremely social. Try shooting a bow and an arrow, right? Try new things. Get out of the comfort zone, whatever it might be, because I know different places offer different things, but take up some hobbies, particularly social hobbies. The reality is you're not going to meet friends from the comfort of your home. It's not going to happen. I mean, yes, Discord, things like that, but I mean real life friends you can go hang out with on Tuesday night, right? To gather and go see a movie or go to the bar or something like that. We do have a Discord for those of you who are interested. It is in the description. Rory, can you see my messages? Yeah, I can see your messages. How did your 20s look like, Rory, in terms of dating? I was in a relationship for the majority of my 20s. I was in a relationship from 16 to 26, and then I was single for a little while, and then I was in another relationship for a couple of years, and then I was single for a little while, and then I was in a relationship until right now. How normal are breakup relapses when you're dating someone new, and what's the best way to handle them? I'd say they're fairly normal. You're still shaking off some of the dust and still kind of wrapping up the story from the last one. What's the best way to handle them? Just accept them for what they are. Right? You're gonna be... It's normal. And if we don't blow things out of proportion, that's not to say we blow breakups out of proportion, guys. That's just to say when we look at the problem as it exists, not as we catastrophize it, because we all know that we're capable of doing that, right? We're all adults here. We know that sometimes we make problems bigger than they actually are. And sometimes when you just let your emotional state hit you and say, okay, I'm experiencing this and it's okay. It's not wrong. It doesn't need changing. A bad thing happens, so I feel bad. And then it can get better. A quick question. How to ask my boyfriend I'd love to have more sweet text messages, like good morning, good evening, good night, just random stuff, without seeming inorganic. Feel like I'm the one. Just tell him. Just, you know how you feel. You have identified and isolated what you want. Now just go tell him. That's it. But, you can put a spin on it. You know what I think would be really sweet? Is if you... And then do that. You know what would make me really happy? If you could send me more sweet text messages. I love hearing from you in the morning. That's it. And then reward him when he does it. Sorry, I shouldn't assume gender. Reward them when they do it. No, you're the best, damn it. Pissing me off. Karachi says, Rory, I had a girl monkey branch towards me. Oh, towards. From her 7-year-old bad relationship. But I took distance because I fear she will do the same to me. Should I give her a chance when single? I would definitely give her an opportunity to spend some time alone and heal before you date her. My best mate told me my ex had self-diagnosed herself with that disorder thing that kids at school get when they find it hard to concentrate. ADHD? Right out of the blue and got me confused. I would say that she should defer to the opinion of a medical professional. I don't really have an answer for you. Yeah, I'm in a mood today. It's because my stomach hurts and I haven't had any coffee, so I'm feeling angry and frustrated at the same time. Are my comments visible? Yes, your comments are visible. Anyway, I have to head out, but we'll watch the rest of the live chat later. Thanks for being so open as always. See you on Twitch soon. Yes, I am streaming again Friday, I think. Whatever it says on Twitch. That's what I'm going to do. Self-diagnosing is not a great idea. I agree. Rita says, hi, Rory. My class... Do you see why I named myself Hi, Rory on Twitch? That's why. Hi, Rory. My class wants to get together, but my ex is also going to be there. I feel torn because I miss them, but I don't want to see my ex. If you don't want to see your ex, don't go. Do not go. But if you think that it's not going to do a ton of damage, and it's a pros cons thing, right? You need to decide for yourself what the benefit of that would be. But also at the same time, you could just separately message your class and meet up with them one by one, you know? So there are options there as well. But if you think that seeing your ex would do a lot of mental health harm, then don't do it. It's not worth it. God, there was a question I wanted to answer. I'm looking for it. I've been wondering, can a person that ghosted you come back years later? Yes. Pablo, what's going on, man? Hey, Rory, quick question. Is secure, healthy love boring? I think to some people who are used to inconsistent love, it can be boring. But do I think it's inherently boring? No. People can find it to be boring when they're not used to stable love. Love should not feel like a casino. Love should not feel like, yeah, that's the best word I can think of, a casino. It doesn't do it. It doesn't work for me. Sarah says, when I was with my ex, he didn't appreciate me, but once I was so fed up, he wanted me back. Why? Because he couldn't have you. Because you pushed away and said no. Because you showed boundaries, and so he finally respected you. He wanted you when he couldn't have you. When he did have you, he didn't want you. Can no contact work a second time after they come closer? So just a reminder that no contact is not to win your ex back. No contact is for you to focus on yourself and get your anxiety in check, to work on your body, your mind, all that. Can it make them miss you a second time? Yes, but that's not why we do it. What are your views on dating apps? Heard it's not great if you want something serious. Just don't know where to meet people. Well, you have to meet people outside of your bedroom, right? Outside of your home. It's not gonna, they're not just gonna magically fall from the sky. Dating apps, by and large, are pretty horrible. They definitely bring out our more superficial tendencies. That's not to say you can't find a quality partner on a dating app. It's just to say you're less likely to because you're so inundated. Guys, remember, the dating apps don't want you to win. They want you to stay on the apps as long as possible so they can show you as many ads as possible so you can get, so they can make as much. All right, so I think we crashed. And I'm just gonna wait and do nothing and see what happens. So can you guys let me know when you can hear me again? Are we back? Cool. Don't ask me what happened. I don't know. Anyway, back to it. Cool. I have no idea what happened. Whatever, as long as we're back. Was I in the middle of answering somebody's question? Where, oh, where, oh, where? What question was I answering? Alright, if I was in the middle of somebody's question, I apologize, but I can't. My brain's all over the place today. I'm bad today. If an ex left due to the grass is greener syndrome, is it ever worth it to take them back? Doesn't that demonstrate their inability to appreciate you? No, it just means that they're young. It was the dating app question. Thank you, Dekov. Dekov. I hope I'm saying your name right. Thanks, guys. Yeah, dating apps don't want you to win. Dating apps do not want you to win. They want you to stay there as long as possible. They want to make as much money as possible. They want to tell you that if you just sign up for this $5 thing, that you'll get better quality matches, etc. But you find a lot of people are wounded animals on dating apps. You know, there's a lot of people who are getting over exes or healing or looking for free sex or whatever, and you're going to find a lot of that. The dating apps that I kind of recommend as slightly above, slightly better, Coffee Meets Bagel, for sure. I do like OkCupid. I think that's one of the better ones. But like the Tinders, the Bumbles, any swipe apps, stay away from. If the app makes you do some work, makes you answer some questions, makes you really like put effort into your profile, that is better. Any tips for physical places to meet people? Yeah, well, I mean, you know, sign up for gyms, sign up for classes, a cooking class, go rock climbing, things like that. Join a meetup for those of you that like. I should really get these fucking people to sponsor me, man. I have mentioned them so often for free. That's the power of having a platform, damn it. Oh, speaking of, hey guys, can you do me a favor? Can you click like? I really do hate asking for likes, but this is YouTube. That's what they want to see. They want engagement. And thank you for advance. I met my now BF on OkCupid. Yeah, exactly. Hi, Rory. My ex reached out to me and told me, thank you for those of you who've clicked like. I really appreciate it. We just shot up by like 20 likes. Love you guys. Is just answering. Here it is. Hi, my ex reached out and told me that she wanted me back when we started texting again. It's a long distance relationship, and she told me she broke up because of her family. After 2 days, she started ignoring my texts. Man, judge somebody by how they act. Not what they say, how they act. By their actions, not their words. I'm sorry that happened to you. But remember, you are worthy. Everybody here is worthy of love. Treat yourself as though you are worthy of love. If you treat yourself as though you are worthy, you will be surprised how people's behaviors towards you begin to change. And if their behaviors don't begin to change, then they are proving themselves as not worthy of you. By the way, those shirts are really nice quality, super soft. The shirts, my shirts? Oh shit, yeah, we have new shirts coming by. I'm excited. It's really for Twitch. I'll offer them to YouTube, but it's more for Twitch. I love the logo. It's coming out soon. Let's there it is. Hi, Rory. There's a farmer guy who lives near me. He's really cute, grows the best turnips, and has a cute dog. The only problem is he really loves submarines, and I'm just not interested. Thoughts? I feel like there's a joke in here somewhere. I feel like there's a joke in there somewhere that I'm not getting. Is that a Twitch joke? Did we make a submarine joke on Twitch? He's also green. You lost me, man. Look, if I were on my A game, the joke might hit me, but... Oh! Oh, okay. Got it. It just hit me. It just hit me. Okay. Haha. You're talking about our man Schnoz, yeah. For those of you that don't know, on Twitch we play, one of the games we play is called Stardew Valley. And it's a very, like, laid-back game. It's a game that I can like play a little bit of and interact with the chat and then play a little bit more. And our main character's name is Schnoz. Would love if you can answer my question. Brother, you and 130 other people would love if I could answer the question. Can you just repost it? I'm not trying to be a dick, guys, but there's many, many, many people here asking many, many, many questions. My ex told me she felt disconnected and lonely, but she may also be depressed. Continue no contact? Yes, because she can feel disconnected and lonely, but she still needs to put in her equal 50%, just like you do. A relationship takes two people getting their shit together. What, in your opinion, is a rebound relationship in terms of time? I don't know that it's a time thing, right? A rebound relationship, because it's so different for everybody. I would say, depending on how long the relationship is, if the relationship lasts 1 month, there's no rebound. It's not going to happen. If the relationship was like a year long and they begin dating within 4 months, they're probably not ready. Probably. So, but there's no way to make a blanket answer, and I have to be careful what I say, because yeah, a lot of people do follow this channel and a lot of people will listen to what I just said and go, oh my god, my chances are shot. There's no way to know. It's different for everybody. There's no one piece of evidence that I have for what I just said, because it doesn't exist. My ex ghosted, came back a year and a half later, then cheated and ghosted after I said I'd only stay if we got counseling. Then this person did you a favor. You don't want to deal with that. They ghosted, came back, cheated, and ghosted again. What's your opinion on friend dating ex? On a friend of yours dating your ex? I don't think that's it depends on the details. You know, if it's been years and you and your ex are like very clearly done and over, that's fine. If they picked him up on the rebound 2 months after you guys broke up, that's not your friend then. It's not your friend. Just got broken up with due to not being supportive enough during an abortion. I've apologized maturely and explained myself. Is no contact the way? Yes. Good on you for admitting how you could do better. Good on you. What's your opinion on apologies? I mean, I think apologizing is the absolute adult thing to do, particularly when you are genuinely in the wrong. However, apologizing means nothing without accountability, without showing I am doing what it takes to not do whatever I'm apologizing about again. For example, cheating. If someone cheats on you, but they are showing you every day that they are trying, and they are meeting your boundaries, they're meeting your demands, right? Reasonable demands. There you go. This 200 out of 200 is bad. No space to write in detail. Yeah, I know, man. But I don't control that. Bring it up with YouTube. Or if your situation has that much detail, do a coaching. Don't forget, we're giving away, not giving away. We are offering, we already did the giveaway. We are offering coaching with a discount. Just use the code TLC2021. The best apology is change to behavior. Absolutely. Absolutely, yes. Question. My ex monkey branched to another girl who is also monkey branching. That's a lot of branch. You got a whole jungle going on. My ex monkey branched to another girl who is also monkey branching. How do you think their relationship will last when they finally commit to being together? It probably won't. If neither of them spent any time figuring their shit out. Guys, don't forget. Learning how to be alone is a skill. Learning how to be by yourself is a skill. And like any skill, it takes practice to get better at. I think everybody should have the skill of learning how to be alone. That doesn't mean you have to be happy because a breakup happened, but it means this is an opportunity to strengthen that skill of being alone so that you're no longer scared of it. What advice would you give when mutual friends start telling you things about your ex? Tell them to... I don't want to hear it. Don't tell me. No thanks. Not interested? Because all that's going to do is drive you nuts. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Any information other than my ex has come back and he, she, they are willing to meet my demands is irrelevant. I shouldn't call them demands. I should call them boundaries. I take back the word demand. That's the wrong word. We're not looking to be controlling. We're looking to be healthy. I want my ex back, but also want to heal. That's why I blocked her on social media. She can still call me, though, if she wants to. Should I unblock her from social? No. If she wants to, she can call you. Exactly what you said. If you don't like being alone, it must be because you're in bad company. Sad guru, my man. All right. I am going to go. It has been lovely. Absolutely lovely having you all here. Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's not Saguru. So I am going to leave. If you would all like more, don't forget to follow on Twitch. That is twitch.tv/HiRory. And we stream there several times a week. So if you have questions that you don't get answered here, it's a lot easier to get them answered there because there's less people. We will be doing another live stream on YouTube next Wednesday. So I look forward to seeing you all then, and I'll talk to you all next time.